set that up. All right, here we go. As you can see, I'm so prepared right now. So, all right, right there. I mean, we're all a bunch of like technical difficulties and stuff like that anyway. So,
That's normal. That's regular for us. Although let me tell you something though, so you don't feel that discouraged. Broadcasting with PC, even with all the bells and whistles and all that stuff, as we do when I use the PC, it's not that easy. It takes a lot of setup too.
oh yeah, yeah, I bet there's always something that's going on, but it's all good because right now we wanted to do a quick podcast because we actually got a pre-order of the PlayStation 5, and we just want to tell our story on how we got it because pre-orders aren't supposed to go out till tomorrow, right?
Yeah, officially until tomorrow, only on select retailers. They got them available today.
Yeah,
They're pretty much sold out everywhere.
they're sold out everywhere, and well, I'm not gonna actually pay attention to playing Tsushima. I just wanted to put on a PlayStation game because we were going to talk about the PlayStation 5, so that's why I kind of just put this on here. So don't think I'm gonna be with super gameplay action here. I'm gonna die a few times because I'm not gonna be paying attention to the game. So, anyways, on that note, like I said, PlayStation 5 pre-orders are coming out tomorrow, and me and Shinke, we got our pre-orders done. I got my receipt and everything. And it's a funny story because after we've seen the presentation that came out this afternoon, it was amazing. It was cool. We got a new Final Fantasy. We got freaking God of War coming out 2021. So it was pretty cool stuff. But then I started watching, what's it called, a gameplay of somebody talking about the PS5. And they were stating how, like, there was a rumor that GameStop was actually selling it. So this guy calls GameStop during his gameplay, and he records the phone call and everything, right? So while he's recording it, and the person on the other side is like, yeah, you know what? We have a few in stock, so come pick it up. And he's like, okay, I'm going to pause my gameplay. I'll be right back. So this guy leaves his chair and goes to GameStop, and I'm sitting there like, should I do the same? So I freaking call GameStop, dude. And then and they're saying, I was saying, hey, do you guys have the PlayStation 5? And they go, yes, we got a small handful. Come over right now if you want a console. So I told my wife, I'm like, you know what, baby? There's a console in hand. I have to go now, and I really want it. And she's like, okay, fly. Boom. So I go, and I'm wearing like my short shorts because they're like my home shorts. And right as I walk out the door, I'm like, you know what? I gotta change. So I changed very quick, and then I just left. So I'm going down the freeway, dude. Like I'm playing Grand Theft Auto on the 5th star wanted level, dude. I'm just flying down the freeway. The map says I'm supposed to get there in 14. I got there like in 8 minutes, dude. I was just going out, dude. I hope my wife doesn't hear this because she'd be so pissed she found out that I was speeding. But the thing is,
hey, did you say that there was no traffic because of coronavirus?
yeah, no traffic because people are still working from home, right? So I make it there, and I forgot to put my mask on, so I run into the store.
Fuck!
Dude. Yeah, and right when I went to the store, they're like, hey, you need a mask, I don't know what. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And I put my hand over my face. and then they're like, no, it's okay, it's okay, we have them for you. Because the thing is, I swear to God, if I would have went back to my car and got the mask and came back, I think I would have lost my pre-order. So I go in there. One dude is already at the cash register, and I'm like, okay.
What?
I want to, you guys got a PlayStation 5? And he's like, yes, we do. We only have a few though, because that one guy was already buying it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I want it. I'll put only the 50 now, and I'll pay for it later, because that's when I get paid or something. So I do that, and I use one of my cards, and one of my cards does not go through. And another guy comes in and buys a console, and he's telling me, okay, now we have 2 left. I'm sitting there trying to get my cards out. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's like doing a countdown on me. So I got the right card, and I buy it. And he's like, okay, do you want any accessories? Because they had everything. You can't really pre-order the controller. Well, you could, but at full price. And he also said that just one thing, the games are $70 by the way. So if you want to pre-order
Yeah.
now or later, he's like, due to inflation, which is which is due time. He's like, which at last there's inflation. For some reason he said that. I don't know why. But anyways, so games
Well,
are going
because
to be $70.
just let me address that really quick.
Yeah.
That comment is true. What he said is true.
Yeah, he's like it was due. I was like, all right, cool.
When was the last time that you saw games hiking up in price? In fact, it was the other way around. With the PlayStation 1, games came down in price because if you remember,
Yeah,
for example, games like Street Fighter 2 was like what, like $100 back then,
Yeah, that's true.
which adjusted for inflation is almost like the same price of a console. But anyways, that's a conversation for like other podcasts. It's just a little addendum I wanted to mention because I saw people getting pissed off about that, but it is true. Games are due for a hike up price.
But yeah, exactly. So make sure that if you're going to get the console, it's going to be a little more expensive to get the games because, like you say, it's going to be $70. And then right when I was getting it, people were just coming in, dude, and like there was one part where a guy was like, okay, I want my console. He goes, we only have the digital. They only had 3 disc and 2 digital, so they had a total of 5.
Yeah.
So right when the last guy came in, he left. I already finished my transaction, so that's pretty much I had the last console. So then these group of people start coming in, dude, and like he's like, okay, and the guy was kind of like, I don't know if he was a dick because he was like, when these group of people started coming in, he's like, okay, raise your hand if you guys want a PlayStation 5. Everybody raised their hands. He's like, we're sold out.
Wow.
Yeah, and everybody was like, what? How can that happen? How can that be? And I left like with the receipt in my hand, like, you know, like I didn't get anything because I don't want them to look at me all, you know, all weird and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I got the receipt here and everything, so it was like, and he was telling me that they're not going to do a midnight release because due to COVID. He's like, the only way we'll do a midnight release is if we have a vaccine by then. That's what he said, which
Which is not gonna happen.
doubt, which is not going to happen. So he's saying we're not going to do a midnight release, so we're going to open the doors normally at 8, and you can come pick up your console. So I was thinking I might do like a live broadcast while I'm waiting in line, getting the console and just receiving it from there. So yeah, I mean, my heart was pounding, and I didn't think I was going to make it because now I'm hearing that there's low inventory everywhere you go. Even like how'd you get your copy, dude? Because you got it obviously too, right?
Yeah. Actually, my story is way more mundane than yours. I was just refreshing everywhere. The thing is, I mentioned this on previous podcasts that I was concerned about availability here. So just about a few days ago, I started hearing like things that eased me a lot more. And then when on the presentation, they had Mexico one of the first. Actually, Mexico's one of the first places to get PlayStation 5. So I was like, okay, now I'm at ease. Because I did receive the PlayStation invitation from Sony Latin America.
Ooh.
I did receive it last week.
So you won the
raffle
dude.
invitation.
That's
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I didn't get it that way though. So I was refreshing everywhere. I had like Best Buy. I had like Game Planet, which is the equivalent of Game Stuff here. I had Amazon. I had another store, and I had everywhere open and just kept refreshing. And then I saw that Walmart posted, and they posted the digital edition only.
Yeah.
So I just it took me like all of 5 minutes to buy it. So literally, I went in the site. I refreshed all the other sites. I just went back to Walmart, refreshed it, and they posted it that second. So
Nice.
I have this feeling that I was the very first person in Mexico to pre-order it through Walmart.
Nice, dude.
So
you got a digital version, which is good because you're pretty much half your library is digital, anyways.
Yeah, as I mentioned on the previous time when we talked about PlayStation 5, I had already made up my mind about going digital. I mean, I buy my games. I have only bought like 3 games digital the past 3 years, so I really don't. I mean, physical, so I really don't care.
Okay.
I really don't care about these games anymore, and I don't even have space. You've seen my room.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, many times.
Play.
Yeah, I mean, and plus this is going to be the last console that's going to actually use disc. I mean, now everything's going to be either a service or it's going to be digital. You name it. So, I mean, No, no biggie. Might as well
Yeah.
start it now, you know. But I got the disc one because of the backwards compatibility of the PlayStation 4 games. I have a huge backlog, which there's games I haven't finished that are disc, so I kind of needed that, you know.
I'm not planning to unplug my PlayStation 4, so I really that is not a huge deal for me
Hmm.
either.
Yeah.
Unless they offer some crazy shit like Bloodborne at 60 frames per second or some shit like that.
Oh, geez,
But
yeah.
also I don't. It's not like a big deal for me then. So, yeah. So I ordered it. The thing is, and this is the funny thing. And I was messaging with you because we were like planning out this
Yeah,
podcast, and I told
yeah.
you. Remember, I told you, dude, they literally just posted like this second the disc-based edition. So I went to Facebook. I paid for it because this to me this is good because I paid for it up front, right? So they took the money and everything.
Cool.
And I'm fine buying things with Walmart. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, and I bought a lot of things. Actually, when it comes to buy special editions, to buy collectible things, like for example, I have a collectible control right now that I'm using right now to play.
Oh, sweet.
Spelunky 2. That is extremely rare. I bought it through Walmart, that they had it on stock, and I can go and buy it again if I want. So, I always, when it comes to buy that type of stuff, I always I trust them, so I'm fine buying things. Yeah, so I went to Facebook just to flex, and everybody was like, "Shit, dude! Like, where do you buy it? Whatever." So I started like just giving the info to everybody, and just a friend of mine, actually Umberto, not even a friend, no, not a friend of mine, Umberto. He's like, "Dude, I went in and they don't have the digital edition anymore. They only have the disc-based edition." Like, what? And I went back to the site and they actually did sell out. And actually, I just checked before starting the podcast, and they did sell out on the physical edition too. You cannot buy it anymore there. You cannot even find them anymore. So
Really?
the good thing is I already got my receipt. They already took my money, so I already got mine guaranteed. I'm right now at ease. If not, I have backups. I can buy it anywhere. I mean somewhere else. But yeah, like they literally sold out in like half an hour, man. And this is Walmart. This is one of the retailers that are going to guarantee a huge stock. So yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy.
Good job, dude. Because I mean, I really want to do like a cool little, you know, segment of once we get the console, because it's coming out like what in 2 months, month and a half.
2 months. 2 months actually,
dude. And also, it's very cool. We talked about this earlier. Also, how they're gonna have a service like a Game Pass service, like the Xbox does, which is I don't know if it's going to be attached to the PlayStation Plus, or it's going to be, you know, when I mean attached for free, or it's going to be probably a little extra added service that you need to pay for the PlayStation Plus. We're not sure yet. I mean, no information is out on that. But the games that they came out on is actually pretty good. The games that they got. I mean, we played most of these games and beat them, but for a person who's like, you know, haven't had the time, or they're jumping in, they got a lot of good games that are coming out on there.
Actually, about that service, as far as I know, it is part of the Plus subscription. You won't have to pay anything extra.
That's sweet, man. Because I saw God of War on there, which we already beat. And also, Ragnarok's coming out 2021. We saw Last of Us, which is a classic. What others did you see on there that you got excited for?
If you mean about the PlayStation 5 games, well, of course, Final Fantasy 16. But for the Plus collection, they pretty much showed everything. And they had Persona 5. They have like all the big games, Bloodborne, Second Son, and all the Sony first-party games. So pretty much anyone will be able to play all the exclusives that everybody missed on PS4. Most likely with improved performance. So I might revisit a couple games. I don't know about going over my PlayStation 4 catalog again. I just have my PlayStation Pro here, but I might revisit some games. For example, if they have like a performance patch for Bloodborne, I might just download it and play it there or whatnot.
Right.
But the thing is, this is the baseline of games that they're offering. Of course, they're gonna build up on this. And the thing is, this is don't be deceived. This is a countermeasure to Game Pass.
Yes.
So it is a service that I'm pretty sure they put together in like half a year, an idea they come up with in half a year. So most likely they're going to be improving on it.
Oh yeah, they'll be
Last,
adding it just like Game Pass and Xbox. It was just just a small slew of games, but then all of a sudden it started getting momentum with what the games it could get, which the PlayStation is going to do too, obviously. So
yeah, exactly.
that's pretty cool, man. And so what games are you excited that the launch games that are coming out? Now there's quite a few, man.
This is the funny thing. This presentation I think was better than the reveal, and I thought the reveal was pretty cool, as we had already. We already talked about it on the previous podcast we did about the topic.
Yep.
But it had less games, and some of the games were kind of like, eh. Like for example, the Harry Potter game is gonna be alright, but it feels like one of those like licensed games that nobody really cares. But also, dude, they had like some of the most hyped games announced, dude. Of course, the biggest one for me is Final Fantasy 16, man, and I was already expecting something Final Fantasy revealed today because yesterday one of the Square Enix execs
Yeah.
slipped up on Twitter. He was like, "Oh, if I were you, I would watch the Sony presentation," and he had to delete the tweet because everybody started to make
Presumptions
like prediction.
or predictions.
Yeah, like some like prediction.
That looks a lot like Final Fantasy 15, though, doesn't it? With Noctis,
Yeah,
was it
actually,
Noctis? Yeah, right. Noctis and getting the gang.
yeah, actually, no, and that's the thing that I'm really excited about. The first I for a moment I didn't think it was gonna be Final Fantasy 16. I thought it was gonna be something like even like a port of 7 remake for PS5 or something like that,
Okay.
or like a free edition or whatnot. But yeah, I wasn't completely surprised that it was 16. But what blew my mind away is first how much they showed, because they showed that trailer was a long trailer. To be a reveal trailer, it was a long trailer.
Yeah.
In fact, I told one of my friends, a big YouTuber, Soldier First Class. I told him in one of our Facebook, I don't remember Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, and I told him, dude, I promise you they're gonna just show like 30 seconds of like, oh, Final Fantasy 16, and that's it. But no, they actually showed a very
Showed
long
a lot, man. Showed a lot.
and they showed a lot of gameplay. The gameplay looks sick. It looks sick.
It
And
looks
this is the
fast
thing.
paced. Looks fast paced. It looks good.
This is the thing. This game is being made by the guys, and this is something that also got me excited. This game is being made by the team that does Final Fantasy 14, because they already announced that they are not doing any more big expansions. So Final Fantasy 16. And anyone who's played Final Fantasy 14 can vouch for the quality of that game.
Oh, of course.
And then the combat system is being made by the guy who made Devil May Cry 5
Oh man,
and Monster Hunter.
that's awesome. So fast paced, dude. Combos, juggling, you name it, man. We all played Devil May Cry. Speaking of which, there's Devil May Cry Special Edition. Devil May Cry, was it 5? 5, right?
5 is special edition.
Special edition. Are you gonna get that again or nah? Or are you like already beat the hell out of this game?
I don't know. I don't know about that because I don't. I might depending what the business proposition is. If they're like, yeah, you can just buy like the patches as DLC, and you have the base game, you get the base game for free. Sure. If they want me to pay $60 or $70 again for it, I probably might think it twice. Because I won't be lacking games then. I'll be playing. In fact, I mentioned this before. I'll be playing Demon Souls and Cyberpunk 2077. So it's not like I will be starving games to buy repurchase Devil May Cry. But if they offer like some really cool upgrades like ray tracing and 120 frames per second, some shit like that, which doesn't make sense to me because I don't have a 120 megahertz monitor. But if they offer something like that, that's a business proposition, and you don't have to pay for the whole game again. I'll sure I get it.
Yeah, because I mean, it needs to be more different. Because special edition, I'm guessing you could be what's his name, the evil brother, Dante's evil brother. What's his name?
Virgil.
Oh,
Virgil.
spoiler alert. If you didn't know. Yeah, you should know by now.
It's an almost 2-year-old game.
Yeah, I know.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but he looks sick. Actually, the trailer was sick. It was really cool.
It did.
But
and the fact that it had a lot of enemies in the screen, there wasn't no slowdown. I don't think. Right?
No.
Or I could be wrong.
And actually, Part 5 didn't have any performance issues that I can think of.
I mean, neither. It was smooth as hell.
It was a really solid game. Yeah, it was a really solid game. So
yeah.
I can only imagine they will just like put a lot of bells and whistles like ray tracing and stuff like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
This one. But yeah, man, it is not like the game I will buy a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
That'll be Demon's Souls, and the gameplay. Oh man, the gameplay trailer was sick as fuck. It's probably like the sweetest gaming moment for me of the whole year, man.
And yeah, dude, like you said, Demon's Souls is definitely one of them, and also Spider-Man Miles Morales. That one looks sick, dude. I want that game.
It does look sick, but to be honest, if you ask me what trailer people should watch to know what next gen is gonna be about, I will direct them to Demon's Souls.
Oh, Demon's Souls,
I do
dude,
think that game. I do think that game looks way more next gen than anything they've shown so far.
It looks good, and on a PlayStation 3, it chugged. There's some parts where it really chugged. Like that game was looking for more resources than what it should have. That game never made it to PC. It never made it to the PS4. It just stayed on the PS3, right? Or did it make it to PC? No?
Yeah, it is a Sony made game.
Dude, and the thing is, that game was being held back by how powerful the PlayStation was. Because I remember there was spots where like it chugged. Remember that? Or it tried to do the what's it called when you spin around the tracing movement. That like it looked horrible. But now with the power of the PlayStation 5, the game is going to be how it's supposed to be like, you know. So it's so cool. And I'm remembering the awesome boss fights, dude, from the Dragon God to that freaking to the Man-Eater. Did you see the Man-Eater in the trailer?
Yeah,
my God.
They had the Man-Eater and they have the Fire Lurker.
The Fire Lurker, and also yeah, dude. When I saw the Man-Eater, I got like flashbacks to like traumatized. Like, oh my God, look at these guys. But oh my God, it's so awesome. And when we played that, we got to stream that because, I mean, there's a lot of people that haven't played Demon's Souls because it's old. It was one of the first Souls games that ever came out. From Demon's Souls, then the team, they came back together with some other people and made Dark Souls. And I'm not sure if it's like in the same universe or not. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running around. I'm just running around killing people.
Actually, since it's going to be a launch game, I think that's going to be what we will be streaming.
Yeah, we should. And it didn't have multiplayer, huh? No, it only had the writing notes on the ground. Did it have multiplayer?
It did have, but it didn't have a password system or anything like that. So you had to be very, very, very lucky to play with your friends.
That's what it was. It was very. I hope they fix that, or if they even.
Most likely they're going to streamline multiplayer.
Cool.
They're going to introduce something similar to Bloodborne or Dark Souls.
That's fun, dude. So yeah, I mean, we told our story. We're really excited on the PlayStation 5. I mean, I'm so happy I'm going to get it. To be honest, I was going to wait till midnight tonight to pre-order it, and I work and I get up at 3:15, dude.
I say, I don't know, man. Just do the scalper thing. If I say I'm actually thinking about doing that too. Just going through Amazon and putting an order. They don't charge it right away, so just in case, like a backup order or something. And don't tell anyone, because I know that's very scummy. But
that's very scummy.
But, hey, I am very confident that I'm not gonna lose mine. I mean, Walmart is safe enough to just stop the posting instead of continue selling things that they won't deliver.
Yeah.
And same with GameStop, they won't sell you things they won't have. But yeah, man, you don't know, man, what's gonna happen. Probably like somebody's gonna be like hugging a stock, or who knows.
Yeah, you
so
never.
It might be smart just to put up. It might be smart just to put up like a dummy pre-order on Amazon or something like that.
Right. Yeah, it's good to have backup. That is true. Because you never know. I mean, what if something happens to the production, chipsets, whatever? Anything could happen. So,
actually, about that, I'm not that concerned. Because they are already shipping them. The consoles are on their way already.
And they're already being shipped on a plane. They're doing like one of the most expensive measures to bring a console, here for production. Oh, I can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, and I still got him. I was doing.
Are you playing hardcore?
I'm playing on lethal. It's the hardest level to play in this game.
Oh yes.
But the thing is, on lethal, there's shorter windows to how do you say it, to dodge or to block. There's shorter windows. Also, to do the standoffs, there's shorter windows. So you got to really be exact. But the cool thing is that since they're powerful and they're damaged, you're powerful as well. So if you get the first hit in, they're dead. So it's kind of like, it's easy.
That is another game that they will. That will benefit if Sony does some sort of like an enhanced patch or something. Not need to port it, just like have an enhanced patch to like run at 60 frames per second. Like
oh my god, that's beautiful.
Just 60 frames per second.
I'd be back here taking pictures the whole time again, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, and not only that, just the combat, man. Just playing it. I'm pretty sure playing the combat like. Battling a smooth frame rate will make the game much more enjoyable, which is an understatement because that game is really fun. Really
it is. It really is. So, all right, man. I mean, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. I gotta make dinner actually, so I gotta.
I gotta go dinner already. So.
Awesome. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. Leave your questions, comments below. We'll be glad to see them and answer your questions. And we're going to podcast more regularly now since the PlayStation 5 is coming up. We're going to have more news, just talk about what's going on, what's coming up, talk about the games that are coming out, and also maybe a little bit about the Xbox Series X. I might be getting that too. I don't know yet, but PlayStation 5 for sure. So keep it locked on here. And
all right.
Ooh, and I'm going to finish it off with Standoff.
Nice. Let's wait until you those motherfuckers. And yeah, I just got Spelunky 2, which is a very badass game. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I cannot promise because again I cannot commit to a full schedule since I don't live of being an influencer or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about streaming it more because it is a very streamable game. So I might, once the PC version launches, I might do some PC streaming. Yeah, right now I'm actually literally playing it right now on PlayStation. It's a really fun game for anyone who missed on Spelunky 1. One of the best games, best 2D platformers, and probably the best roguelite along with Binding of Isaac. So yeah, highly recommend it.
That is a fun game. I do remember that, dude. And plus, every level is not the same, so each gameplay is different. It kind of, in that aspect, kind of reminds me of what's it called? That game you go in the basement, you shoot tears.
Binding of Isaac.
The Binding of Isaac. It reminds me because each gameplay, it's like a whole different thing because the levels change and you get different weapons each time, yada yada. So pretty cool.
I'm addicted to that game. That's the game that I play the most this generation.
Oh my god, it's an awesome game, dude. I go back to it once in a while. I have it on the Switch, so I play it on there. But yeah, it is a really good game. A game you can always go back to because it's always a different gameplay each time. So it's pretty good. Cool. All right. So live long, game on. Thank you for joining us. Peace out.
And remember, boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground, man. There you go, buddy. Peace.